And we're back live. Yay! And we're talking with Janet and Cassie tonight again from Phenomena Paranormal. Right?
Again.
What? Did I say it wrong? Did I say it wrong? No.
Just a little.
Okay, you two, what have you been up to and what do you want to share?
What have we been up to?
Let's see. What have we been up to? We went to the Monroe house. Did we talk to you since then?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Mm.
It's been a while.
Been
a minute.
Well, you guys have been popping in every now and then watching us with other interviews.
Janet herself has been on more than once.
Yeah.
Because
Try to
she
catch
was
the
part of
show.
100th episode where we had the panel, if I remember right.
Anyway, well, talk about it.
The Monroe house.
Yeah, talk about it.
Okay. So the team goes to the Monroe house in Indiana, and you can Google it. It's all over YouTube. So it was our turn. So
whereabouts in Indiana?
I don't remember.
You know, I'm an expert of Indiana now since I had to work out of Indianapolis.
No, it wasn't Monroe, Indiana. It was something like, oh God,
I can't remember now. Can't remember what city it was in. We were staying in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, we just went there to spend the night.
Yeah, Fort Wayne's not very far, is it? Or Fort Wayne's not that far over the line.
So let's see, the Monroe house. Oh, come on, big fingers.
She's gonna Google that for you.
Big finger. So when you're using your finger, does it do this? Does it go red rum? Red rum.
Yours does too?
I taught my grandkids that when they were
Hartford City.
Hartford, yeah.
Hartford City, Indiana.
Yes.
So it's a popular haunted house that they rent out for investigations. And we went. And we did some preliminary investigations, and then we finally got our poop together and went in, and we were going to start at the front of the house and work our way back.
Okay.
So we're on the front porch, basically, a screened-in porch. And we got the equipment out, and everybody's there as a group. And we're using the spirit box and stuff. So me and another guy on the team, Eric, I look at him and go, let's go in the kitchen and do like a Estes method with them. So we go in the kitchen and we're there and we're documenting what we're getting. And then all of a sudden I get like a snapshot in my head.
Yeah. Don't say brain.
of the blue room, which the blue room is just named the blue room because it's blue walls. But it's like a back bedroom in the house. And in the blue room, there's a rocking chair with a kid's rubber ball in it, which we already walked around, but I got the snapshot of the blue room and I'm like, Eric, let's go in that back bedroom because I've always read the blue room is like really haunted. Mm-hmm. So I just walk in the room, go to the side of the chair against the far wall. He just steps in the doorway. And I'm looking at the chair and it kind of moved forward. And then I hear Eric say, the fuck, excuse me, but that's what. And I'm like, no way. The chair slowly goes back. Then it violently flings forward. The ball goes flying. We scream, go, go, go. We start booking out of the room. My camera, my $1,400 Nikon flies off. I don't care. I'm running. That was my first experience with furniture moving. And we're booking down the hall. And Eric's a larger guy carries a weapon for work. And he's screaming as good as I am. But it was like the fight or flee kicked in. Because, you know, it's this shouldn't be happening, right? So the fight or flee kicks in. Now I grew up in Detroit. I'm used to standing my ground. It was the first time ever I've listened to flee. I got out and we ran. We caught up with the team. There's, we've already said half our team is grandmas, so they're all sitting on the floor in the front room. They're still trying to get off the floor and get up to see what's going on. And we go running in. Oh my God, the chair, move. I'm going outside to have a cigarette and do a shot. See you later. And they're like, what? And we're like, the chair moved. So we go out, we explain the story to them. Now we're getting our gumption and we're going back in the room. We go back in the room and the fucking ball's back in the chair. I shit you not. I shit you not. And of course,
that's the best part.
No videos running. None of that, because we were doing audio shit, right? We
were videotaping in the other room.
Right.
And they left.
We flipped that chair upside down, looking for strings, looking for buttons. We were jumping up and down on the floorboards. Nothing would have made that chair do that and the ball go flying except the paranormal. And I can't explain it.
Needless to say, we left.
Yeah, badass was the only
they
one
didn't
that
want to stay no more.
I was over it.
I wouldn't have. So I would have stayed. I would have stayed right there and kept going.
Thank you.
Well, more power.
I'll go with you next time.
And I'll tell you, I got a body camera, and I'm learning that when you go into anywhere, turn the damn thing on. Mm-hmm. Before you even step through the threshold, turn the damn thing on.
Well, I know we're ghost hunters and all that.
No,
and that's what people can't wait, because I started to tell other people, they go, "Oh, the blue room, the rocking chair. I wished I could see it move." And when I say, "Dude, it moved," they get all pissed off at me. And you left. It felt very dark. That's all I could say.
Yeah,
we
all discussed it before we left, and all of us admitted that this house just had a heavy feeling that night.
And everywhere you were,
you felt like you're constantly, being watched, or something was right behind you, or everybody was experiencing that.
Like I said, we live at Eloise, and Eloise is very peaceful. I've been to the Randolph. I've done all these things, but this and the chair move, it like sent a message, because we weren't in there long. It was like, get out, bam.
So,
and
when was the last investigation through there before you guys? Do you know?
Oh, they were ramping one after another at that time.
It's the middle of summer.
So it was just like what, hours?
Maybe somebody.
Days?
Probably days, like
a couple
maybe
of
a
days,
week.
maybe,
a week to 3 days. I don't know.
Okay, well, just kind of wondering, just a thought. Maybe someone just got tired of showing up for everybody.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
Trying to got tired of everybody being there.
Right. Here's the weird thing: is looking back on it, the snapshot in my head, when I look back, like there's no rhyme or reason why I looked at Eric and said, "Let's go do the Estes method. Let's go to the blue." It's like whatever was there put that snapshot in my head and was pulling us further and further away from the team. That I don't like.
It was isolating.
Whatever's there has a powerful energy that I think that scares me more than the furniture moving. Is you can manipulate my thought. You know what I mean?
Possibly. It was isolating you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's interesting.
It was very interesting. Would I go back? Yeah, I want to now, but not right when it happened. it happened. You know what? Just because you're a ghost hunter doesn't mean you don't get scared.
No. I've gotten creeped.
No,
And the
I get
worst
it.
thing
I
is,
do. I get it.
I wouldn't have
when
a
I
problem.
lived in my haunted apartment, shit moved all the time. But I don't know if it's your shit moving and you have to live there, so you're making every excuse and blah blah blah. But when this happened, it was bye. I was just out.
I don't
Have
have to
you
worry
been
about
to-
anything getting inside my head.
I don't.
I don't want to go there.
Yeah, his head's
I
empty
got too
anyway.
much crazy shit going on as it is. They wouldn't survive inside my head.
Well, don't think it can. I just, it's just like the skeptics. When it happens to you,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's like when we went with Dale's Kazmarek out to Iowa.
Oh my god!
Not for our school.
I got sick.
He got sick, and I had 5 pieces of equipment subsequently fail on me.
I had
Whoa.
I go step in the building and about 5 it was about 5 minutes into that building I had to leave. I had to walk out. And the minute I walked out onto the steps outside, I started feeling better.
Yep.
Wow.
What school was that?
It's
Our school, it's in
our school.
Maxwell, Iowa.
in Maxwell, Iowa.
Maxwell,
Huh.
Yeah, part of the reason that my equipment failed is because of me, because I was drawn to the boiler room area, and I went in there. I had my body camera on, I had my regular camera with me, and I had a flashlight with me, and I had my voice recorder with me. And I walked into the boiler room area, and I felt there's a presence in there, and I started provoking it.
Well, there was definitely something in there because that
What Dale got on the voice box thing, yeah.
and there was many distinctive voices talking back
Mm-hmm.
in that boiler room.
And he asked a question
across that gym floor when Dale
there was a basketball that was sitting there. Joe and I were up in the second floor,
overlook the basketball
and
court.
there's this window thing sitting there that are there to where you can look out over the basketball court. And one of Dale's teammates was there, and she was standing next to me, and she looks and points down, and she goes, "Look, that ball's moving." And neither one of us had a damn camera at that time.
Right.
Just setting up.
Because we were just setting up. We were just getting everything out.
Yeah.
And sure as shit, I looked down, and that ball, it was a black ball, black basketball. It was moving, and it was behind Dale. Now, Dale and Mikey, one of the people that go with him a lot, Mikey was doing a live shot of Dale on Facebook, and I was trying to get him to pan down and look at that ball, because that would have caught it, and it would have been broadcast out.
Yeah.
Dale was given a little bit of history of the building at that point.
But yeah, because that ball, it was very, very subtle. It was a very subtle movement. Like somebody walked up and just kind of pushed it just a little bit with their hand.
Mhm.
Wow.
That's how that rocking chair was on the first one until it got mad. But that's what we said, because we weren't full-fledged investigating yet.
We were just starting.
And just like when we were in the Memphis, Michigan, in that bar, I saw my first apparition, and we were on the freaking tour. Now, everything that happens to me is pre-investigation setup. And I'm like, are so many people going to these places that the spirits are getting hip, and we're going to mess with you before it even starts the show?
Maybe. But that's why I got this now.
We got that in the body cams. That's why the body cams come in handy.
What kind did you get?
It's just a regular little clip-on body cam, and it actually shoots in night vision too. It's got here's got little IR lights.
Ooh.
Joe's got one's more like a cube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would like
and
to.
Mine looks like this.
And it's got a clip on the back.
And
Right. So yeah, you
Yeah.
can put it in any angle.
Okay.
And
Oh,
now we got these are going. I mean, anytime we go inside anywhere, before I even walk in the
Yeah.
door, this is
They're on.
like going on me, and they're being turned on
Yeah.
because I'm getting tired of like what happened
Missing
with you
stuff.
guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I'm getting tired of something happening and not catching it.
you got one first because of what happened at the Arts Mill in Grafton.
Yeah, the Arts Mill in Grafton. Whenever we did our Halloween show, we were there on Halloween night, and my daughter was with us, and she had a blast. But
How old is
Joe, she's 28 now. But
Oh.
Joe and Tom,
From off
he's
the
from
rails.
Off the Rails. It's a comedy podcast, and they've helped us a lot with whenever we first started getting going with this. But we were there because him and his girlfriend set up the investigation force. So we were doing this, and then him and Tom, we were coming back up to go back upstairs, and Tom was coming down. So him and Tom decided they were going to go out and have a cigarette, and me and Kayla kept going. And then when they were going through the hallway, there's 3 lights
And they're
hooked to the same. They're all hooked to the same circuit. And the center light, the second, middle light, decided it wanted to flicker on and flicker off
just as we were walking in front of it.
as him and Tom were walking in front of it. And that's the only one out of the 3 that did any kind
Right.
of,
And we
had any kind of thing.
tried everything to try to recreate it to get it to do it again.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't get it to do it.
I mean, I was glad Tom was there and I wasn't by myself because, Mark would say, "Oh, you're nuts. You're crazy."
Just to screw with him, I'd do.
just to screw with me. But see, Tom was there. But after that, we started discussing body cameras because, I wasn't prepared. But if I was like, doing just like you said, walking out to have a cigarette, well, that body camera would have been on from the moment we walked into the building, and it would have
Yeah.
Mhm.
so it would have caught the flickering.
right.
Definitely. But yeah, that was a fun.
We have
That was
that
actually a fun night. I caught a disembodied voice, and
Mhm.
I confirmed it on 3 different devices.
Cool.
I got it on my audio recorder, my EVP. I got it on my camera that I had set up in the dance hall, and I got it on Joe's camera, and I was able to find it in every single piece of the
That was
footage and
good.
everything.
That Halloween night was an interesting night altogether. I mean,
Oh, it was fun. It was really cool.
we had we were sitting in one room, and then we had the water start running
Oh yeah, we were downstairs and
in
we
the
were
bathroom,
sitting in
in the bar. It
uh,
was a
it
bar,
was it was part of the bar area, but it was open area.
an open area, and they had
And
it outside on the side of the building.
we were sitting with the other person we were with had their backs to the wall
That was
where
correct.
right. Chris was with us, Chris Kaihouse, and him and his wife were sitting there, and they had their backs to the wall that was separating the bathroom from us. And we're sitting there, total dark, all the lights off. We're doing an EVP session, and Kayla's got Joe's camera. She's got it running. Chris has EVP going. I've got EVP going,
Everybody that was with
and
us,
we're all
room.
everybody that was there was that physically there were in that room. And during our EVP session, all of a sudden, Chris asked a question about fire because one of the things was brought up about the building had caught on fire at one time.
the whole town had a major fire, and that
Okay.
building was part of it.
Okay.
Remember,
Well-
that's because that's when I came across, because I was telling Chris about that when I came
Right.
across, and I couldn't figure out, there was no record of when the fire department was started.
Right. So Chris said something about a fire. He asked a question about were you caught in the fire or something? And I swear to God, and we have this on audio. All of a sudden, you can hear it. Sounds like water starts running. I heard it first. I'm like, does anybody else hear that? Sounds like water. Tom's like, yeah, I hear it. And Chris is like, oh, it's coming from behind me. So we all three, I mean, Chris got up, Tom got up, I got up. Chris was the first one in. His instincts was go to the toilet, check the toilet, the back. Because sometimes the float,
Keeps
Yeah.
running. Yeah.
it'll cause running. Tom went in, but as soon as they crossed the threshold, it quit. It totally quit.
Wow.
I got up. My first instinct, go to the sink. I went straight to the sink and I'm looking. I got my flashlight and I'm looking and I'm like, what the hell? And I reached down and I did like this around the drain. There was fresh, cold water right out of the tap right there on that drain. And nobody, and this is the best part, there wasn't a single one of us that used that bathroom prior to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, not that whole night.
After that incident, then my daughter used that bathroom, but not one of us was in that bathroom at
Right.
all up until after that incident.
It's also the same room that when we left, we swear all the lights were off.
Oh yeah, yeah. We had we didn't have any of the
20
lights
minutes
on down
later,
there.
and all the lights were back on.
And when they came downstairs to go in there, freaking lights were on.
Yes.
And they weren't
getting-
hooked up to a timer. I mean, we
No, they weren't hooked
totally-
up to a timer in order to turn them on. You had to flip
we
the switch.
Totally figured there was no timer. There was no motion sensors to turn the lights on. So, and nobody entered the building because it was completely locked.
Yeah.
Man.
Huh.
See, look, now we're talking about us and not talking about you. Oh,
No, that's
No,
fine.
like listen. That's what we do. We don't like being interviewed. We like to just hang out and talk.
I think the first show was
gotta
more us
mention this
interviewing
before time
you.
runs out.
what's that, Joe?
You got to mention this before time runs out.
Got to mention what?
This is a big deal. Hold on, you'll see. Right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
Yeah,
our event.
right there.
we still got time, but yeah, we want to hear about this. What guy? What got you guys going to put that together?
Insanity.
Well, you fit right in
Oh,
with
you're
us.
right in the right
There you
We're
place.
go.
always doing some type of
Things,
helping.
We're the
community.
Paranormal Community Charity Association.
Yeah, we.
Jeez. Well, with COVID and everybody's a wreck, nobody's done any traveling, and we get bored. And let's do it. We all have these good-hearted, good Samaritan ideas, and then we pass them to the team, and then it's a go. So we've adopted the garden at the Westland Historical Village.
Yeah.
So we run the herb garden. So that's a lot of work. And then we pick up the highway.
We adopt the highway.
We adopted the highway because it runs. The highway we adopted is Michigan Avenue, which runs right across in front of Eloise Insane Asylum or Psychiatric Hospital. And so we have our team
Our sign is
highway
right out in
picked up
front.
by Phenomena Paranormal right in front of the spooky place. So we were thinking, and and then I guess that didn't take up enough of our time.
No,
Oh wait,
Witchy Women of Westland.
yep, we
We-
became dancers this year.
Is that right? Dancers?
Yep.
Yeah, we learned the witch dance, and now we've been doing that for things.
Yep. So we did the witch dance and we brought that to the museum and got other women to participate. Next thing you know, we're at every community event doing our witch dance with the brooms, all dressed in black the whole month of October. It's on video
Yeah.
everywhere.
YouTube.
But we got thank yous from community centers and they want us back next year and it's a thing now. Um, so
awesome.
then that ended. Well, what else are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, Christmas is coming. I mean, we did plan this before we
Yeah.
started dancing, but because we've been working on this, what, 6 to 8 months?
About 8 months, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
it's gonna be a fun event. We got a bunch of paranormal teams and people coming, and
yeah,
a
lot of
just
teams
everybody's
are coming.
gonna meet and mingle, have dinner, full open bar, of course. You know, we're
Of
phenomenon.
course.
You know,
We have Ghost Buzz, our show Ghost Buzz, which
Oh yeah.
is an adult show. So so it's
Gotta have
dinner,
that bar.
raffles, entertainment, a surprise guest. We'll tell you about it after.
Yeah, find out in about a
Um,
week and a half.
And it's fun, and it started because the Samaritas is the homeless shelter that shelters on the property of Eloise, which was owned by Wayne County.
Oh.
When the guy who bought Eloise told the county, just leave the shelter there, it's okay.
Yeah.
And they're one of the very few shelters in Michigan that's a true family shelter, because a lot of these homeless places will take women and children. The dad's got to be walking the streets.
Yeah.
The father can stay with the family.
Yeah.
So we adopted them for Christmas, and we don't know if we're shopping for them, donating it to them. We're
not
still
sure
waiting
yet.
on the list of what on the wish list. So and how much we raise. So this was our first event. Like we said, we sold tables, and then we sold individual seats, and
Yeah. We got a good
turnout. But it started with, there's so many paranormal people here in Southeast Michigan, and I'm sick of seeing people in winter hats and hoodies. Like, let's get together. Everybody talks unity and stuff. Well, let's
do
get
something
together.
nice and do something.
And let's take off the logos and put the meters down and hang out and raise money. And so we invited all the ghost people first, and then towards the end we opened it up. And when we told people word of mouth that they could party with Paranormal Investigators all night. Yep, the ticket sales.
It opened up, didn't
We
it?
want a table, not just a chair. We need a whole table. So it's going to be a good. We got so many donations.
Oh my God,
so many
yes,
baskets from other paranormal
that's
people.
been great, including you guys. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
And Mark, we appreciate
After the show hangout, I'll bring some of my stuff in here and try to get it to where you can see it, and then you can can tell me what you think about some of it, which ones you like the best. So.
Yeah. Oh, because we are crafters too. She has House Bewitched, and my craft is Heebie Jeebies, and we do all the haunted yard sales, or the haunted garage sales and yard sales at Halloween time.
That's pretty cool.
Those are big around here. There's Motor City Haunted Yard Garage Sale and Hearst Fest, and then we actually got Westland Historic Village to start there. So they had their second annual last year, this past Halloween.
Yeah.
Where it's just crafters and merchandisers, that it's just strictly Halloween stuff. So
and it raised money for the village park.
Yeah.
So we're always doing the charities. Kind-hearted.
Well, anyway, it's nice to be able to make connections like that, because it helps out.
Yes.
Yeah, and being we can't get any evidence actually on video, it happens beforehand. They're doing something. So, and God forbid we review any evidence and make a video, because we don't have that skill or the time.
I know.
I said we could go back in the 3 years and we have stuff. We just have to now go back and find it all.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of stuff too that we're still trying to put a bunch of stuff together.
Yeah,
but
especially for a local one.
I guess we're not. We don't have stars in our eyes, so we do it for us and the science of it. And
and I want to know what's out there.
A lot that's what a lot of it is. It's just you just want to know what is there. You know.
Yeah.
We got told we weren't Hollywood enough, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, Joe. Someone still has a grudge.
no grudge.
So how's your
Okay.
guys' documentary coming along?
It's not.
We're still kind of working on it and a little stuck.
Talk about baby.
Oh, we did Eloise too, November
Yeah.
12th.
We just did Eloise
We
a week
investigated
ago.
our hometown girl again,
Yeah.
November 12th. And I drug my cousin in as a newbie. She's kind of has the spider senses. And so I wasn't with the rest of the team, but me and Shannon just had the K2 meter and a recorder and a video, which we have to review that.
Yeah. I haven't
Because
reviewed anything from that yet.
now Eloise, because we went in wanting to know. So Eloise, as you know, it's still a building that needs a lot of work. Millions of dollars are going into this facility. So they decided to do a haunted attraction on basement and first floor. And we actually had protesters out here
Not
for the
didn't
haunted
like
house. They didn't like it. They
Are you
said
serious?
They were poking fun at the insane people, you know.
Yeah, because people had family that were there as patients. Because don't forget, this was open till the 90s.
Oh,
No. Oh yeah.
But if you're
So-
going to open a haunted house
Makes
at
sense.
an asylum, you're going to go with the asylum theme, right?
yeah, but
And
Oh yeah.
but at the same time, if it closed down that just back in the 90s and stuff like that, then bringing it back out into the news front and bringing attention to it is going to open some old wounds for some of those people.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
True.
Well, yeah.
So I kind of understood it. There was even some in the paranormal field because that's like our baby. Everybody loves Eloise. And people have gotten familiar with certain spirits they connect with. And how do they feel? But when you flip the coin and it is either bring this back or it gets bulldozed, haunted attractions bring the dollar, you know what I mean? And this guy's got to have revenue to keep it going.
Yep.
So, but so I always connect with a girl named Sophie there. And unbeknownst to me, two other teams, when they heard I talked to a girl named Sophie, they go, "Oh, it's Sophia." And I said, "Well, maybe to you it's Sophia, but to me it's Sophie." So everybody
So
gets
they know
something
of her.
different. And it's just funny how when you know, even that will start a little headbutting because, oh yeah, that's a I got that was a demon. And I'm like, she's not a demon. She's just a like
I
a 18,
don't get
16, 20
much
year old girl.
darkness out of
I don't
Eloise.
get darkness.
I have
there.
gotten
Oh.
creeped out, yes, a few times.
I'll have to. We will have to arrange to come up and do an
Yeah.
investigation with you guys there.
Oh,
and
it
I'll
is
tell-
an active place.
I'll be able to tell you if
It's
there's.
not all demons and
I'll be able to.
So-
I will be able to tell you if there's demons or not because
Right.
I've actually, in my past, I have actually encountered and dealt with demons.
Right. Well, and
You know, it's kind of
supposedly-
weird whenever you wake up out of a dead sleep and you got one standing on your ceiling right above you.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that at all, Joe, Mark.
Yeah.
No, I would run.
Well, no, it was the girl that I was dating at the time. She was an actual witch, and
Mhm.
you know, she was a Hispanic girl, and she played with dark magics, and I woke up out of a dead sleep and laying there, and I'm laying flat on my back, and of course wake up and there's a demon standing on my ceiling directly above me.
Creeper. That's what they call him at Eloise, the creeper. He's
So-
Yeah,
on the
people
ceiling.
say
I
creeper.
can tell you.
there's
I
a
can
lot
tell
of
you
creep-
if there's anything like that there.
But and I'm not saying maybe they experienced something else, or maybe there's something there that is going by, but the Sophie, I know, not Sophia, because they said they have evidence that's going to come out later, and so they didn't talk anymore past that. But I ended up connecting with her in the 4th floor apartments, which she's never up there. And I have just a question and answer series where light up if it's yes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
And there's pretty big windowsills, like you could sit in them, look out over the landscape, have a nice peaceful sit in your window. And that this girl said that's what she did. Like because through a series of questions, this was not the girl's room, which these front apartments were like for staff. So I think she was a young girl who befriended a staff member, and she could go in there and relax and get some peace and look out. It said she liked the lights.
It's a good
blah,
possibility.
blah, blah. And I felt very good, and it was fun. But you can see, and we filmed it. We haven't reviewed it. Maybe we could put something together with that. But that
Yeah.
I found it very interesting, and I got a little even more info from her. So
No, that's
Yeah.
good.
We went with a couple of other teams from Chicago. They came up to do Eloise and invited us along.
yeah, Blood Moon Paranormal and KCG or something like that.
D
I don't know.
DK or D.
I
don't
don't
forget
know.
it.
We
now.
forget. Sorry. Sorry, other team.
Blood
Oh,
Moon, I know.
Good question.
But no, it was fun. It's a good time. It always is.
Yeah, Eloise is good. And the staff there was really nice,
Yeah.
very helpful, and would let you just go. You just had to follow very few rules. And basically don't fuck with their $1 million haunted house in the lower 2 floors. Or you will
But
get
we
kicked.
were the first ones to. I was excited about that. We were the first ones since the haunted house. It ended a weekend before we went, so we were the first ones to investigate after the haunted house was done and over with. So I was curious to see if it picked up any more activity or lessened it, or
Right. 'Cause
anything like that.
we would ask on the spirit box sessions, did you like the haunted house that was here? Do you not like it? Trying to get feedback, but I'd have to review it. I don't remember the outcomes of that. But I did find my spirit 2 floors above it, so she wasn't down where all that was going on anymore, because she was usually on the lower floor. So, which I say, even if the spirits are there, they're not shackled to the spot you normally see them in. They can travel around.
So they're more of an intelligent haunt than a residual.
I think some are, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I've been touched there. Several people get touched and grabbed, and
Yeah, Whitney got touched a couple times this time.
yeah.
So
They like to play with your hair on the 5th floor, or pat
and
your
nothing
butt.
vicious that I've heard of.
No,
So
just
there's nobody trying to hurt anyone there or anything like
or
that.
pinch your butt. They like the redheads.
Yeah. Whitney's always getting her ass grabbed by the paranormal.
All right.
Nobody's
Probably-
behind her.
Probably some dirty old man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good possibility. Some dirty old man that was there.
Well, the rumor is they do, like, on the 5th floor, they like redheads. I guess a lot of redheads get.
They're the
broke
ones
there.
that complain that they get their face touched.
Yep.
I've been touched on the face there.
See, and I've had my hair, like, someone goes up and does that, and then I turn around, no one's there, and I'm like, okay. So, but yeah, it's a very interesting place. So we still have to review all our stuff. That's fresh. I don't know why. I just have a sisterly connection with Sophie.
Yeah.
Never know. Maybe she's a lost relative of some sort.
No,
I've actually heard stories of that where people.
my family hasn't been here long enough.
Are you sure?
We came from Poland.
I won't say
Well,
no.
So, have you guys done any research into the property itself and seen what was there prior? Because I know that
That's been there
Michigan
since the late
Michigan
1800s.
is one of the states and one of the territories where there was a lot of Indian activity as well,
Oh yeah.
just like here in Wisconsin. So
Yeah.
I was just kind of wondering if maybe you did any or tried to do any of the like historical research of the property of the land itself to see
So
if
much
there's anything of that.
Eloise.
Eloise has been established since the late 1800s. And
Outlaw Paranormal.
there is
No.
Tonquish, the Indian. I don't know if Tonquish was his name. We do have. It's Westland, and it's filled with people who don't respect history and the past. Someone stole the grave marker to our Indian. He was a very famous Indian that in the city put a grave marker on, and someone stole it. So,
Well,
that,
and I would bet that person's life is hell right now.
well,
It should be.
right.
It,
So yeah, there is Indian activity a lot around here, a lot. Plus, it's Michigan Avenue goes from Detroit, downtown Detroit, all the way west to I don't know
To the whole
Chicago.
other side, yeah.
Michigan Avenue, but yeah, so that I mean settlers and stuff. It was a dirt road then, but it was the main thoroughfare. Like
Right.
from Rochester to Eloise would have been a 2.5 day horse and buggy ride.
From where to Eloise?
To Rochester.
From Eloise to Rochester.
It was
Oh.
a day just to get downtown Detroit.
Right. That's why it would have been a 2.5. Because
Yeah,
I think
well,
they
yeah,
said
I
in,
remember
in
those.
that book Annie's Ghost, which is a good book, I recommend it. Annie's Ghost.
It sure is a
It
new
was
book coming
Royal
out
Oak was 2 day.
about Eloise right now.
Oh yeah, there's a woman, and I've actually talked with her and stuff. Met her when she was getting stories. Cassandra St. Croix,
Yeah.
just released a book about Eloise again. I haven't read it yet, but
Cool.
She's one of the people coming to our charity event.
the
Yeah,
author's
she'll be
coming.
there. So be interesting to talk with her, mingle.
I
Yeah,
have a book. Have her autograph.
Yeah. Have her autograph some books.
yeah. Could be one of the raffles. You never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, we weren't telling people what the raffle items were. We said
Yeah.
if you want to know what they are, come see.
Yeah, we put who was donating, advertised the donator that they gave a lovely raffle item. So we were trying to create intrigue. Well, I
Yeah.
want to win whatever they
Oh,
got.
I know. I don't know how many tickets I got going into all these.
Oh yeah, because we get to buy tickets and play too. We might not get the door prize, but
No.
we get to play with the raffles.
We're not going to
And
go
my
in on a
name,
door prize.
I said I'm probably buying $100 in damn tickets.
We got some nice stuff.
It's gonna be a party. I wished you guys could come. I was
Oh, we could too, but I just started this new job.
It's just a day
got me-
journey, Mark.
Oh, whatever. No, I started this new job, and it's been a lot. They've sent me out to California already.
Mm.
I've only been there a little over 2 months. They've already sent me to California to help with a run out there, and then they sent me down to. Then they went and sent me to Indiana, and I did a whole week there.
Wow.
I've been wanting to go back to Michigan for a long time.
You
Yeah.
guys,
Well, Joe, we'll
But
have
we
to
gotta
yeah.
if we
we gotta
travel.
collaborate and
that
do
kind of
something
thing.
together.
Well, if
Got
we
a whole
travel,
year,
that
we ain't
kind
got
of
nothing
distance,
planned yet.
we gotta really
Well.
be prepared to travel that type of distance.
Have you guys done the Mansfield, Ohio penitentiary yet?
No,
Are you interested?
we haven't got that far out of Wisconsin.
Yeah,
I mean, going over to Iowa with Dale, that
Yeah,
was
we
our
did the
first
2
real one out. So.
investigations in Iowa. We did the Buddy Holly crash site
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
and then Fire Our School,
Ah,
all in the same
Which
day.
now the Buddy Holly crash site's kind of strange too. I have 2 voice recorders, had both of them going. One of them didn't work very well. It didn't record. The other one recorded, but here's the weird part. As you're listening to the recording, you can distinctly hear a prop engine playing in the background.
Wow.
Not one of us remembers hearing or seeing a airplane during our time there.
Wow.
We
Huh.
did.
So
We
it's
did
kind of weird.
crash site.
We did a plane crash. Yeah, one time.
That's on YouTube. That's actually on
Yeah,
YouTube.
it is on YouTube.
Flight 255.
Yeah.
Where was this one at?
This happened in
Yeah,
Detroit
yeah.
in the
85
80s.
or 87, 1987 in Detroit.
It was. It crashed during takeoff
At
from
Metro
Detroit
Airport.
Metro.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was
Killed everybody except for a 4-year-old little girl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
who they believe was protected by her parents because they had to remove a body off her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was alive and they took care of her. And there's reports out there on her. They did a memorial, and you can still see on one of the viaducts because the plane started to come down and then it veered and it clipped the Avis rental car building. And I think he was looking like, where the hell's he going to land? Because he just took out, but it's all residential. And he aimed for the Merriman Road. And he started going down Merriman Road like a freaking bullet because the engines were still full thrust. And he got under the viaduct and the wings ripped off and the explosion and
killed even a few people on the expressway there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huge.
Yeah, it was a big thing.
And that happened when?
This was in 87,
I think.
87.
Wow.
Go to YouTube, look up Phenomena, watch it. There's 2 or 3 series.
Yeah.
Because we grew up with the guy who was in the recovery of everything.
Yeah, so he went along with us and described everything where,
he got really
everything was,
emotional.
yeah.
He said he hasn't been back since the last day
Wow.
of cleanup. And when he walked up, I said, "What's the first thing they hit you?" He goes, "I can smell it. I smell the fuel still."
Yeah.
So,
Wow. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
But Buddy Holly would be interesting.
yes, yes.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting to go there. It was kind of surreal to be in that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can talk about it, think about it.
But
And
then to
especially
actually be
having-
there,
Well, that's like Gettysburg. Yeah. We all got so emotional when we went to Gettysburg, You hear about it, you read about it, you learn it in school, But once you go there, it was totally
well, see, I tell everybody you can take away my TV, but you can't take away my music.
yeah.
Right.
I gotta have music. And that song, by Don McLean, "The Day the
American
Music
Pie.
American Pie," and then you go to the actual spot where the day the music died. It is very surreal.
Yeah.
Because we lost 3 greats way too soon.
Mm-hmm.
They were just
they were just starting out.
I mean, Ricky Valens was just starting to get popular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the Big Popper. I mean, everybody to this day, you still hear Chantilly Lace once in a while at weddings.
Pretty face and a ponytail
Right.
hanging down, and you wiggle and you walk and you giggle and ooh, baby, that's a lot. We used to sing that as kids. We did a whole dance routine to it. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how long we've been hanging out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not a lot of people, I guess, unless you're our age or older, would, you know, realize what influence they really had on music.
Right.
Oh
you
yeah.
know.
They had quite a bit of an influence.
All three of them did.
Well, yeah, that said they.
They,
I didn't say one specific person. But if you had to really think about it, I think Buddy Holly had the most influence
well, yeah.
of all of them because he was involved in the music scene a lot longer.
Well, yeah.
Well,
He's
of course, the
the
Big
most
Bopper
famous
too.
on that tour. He was also the most famous.
Yeah, he was the most famous
tour.
one on
He
the
was
tour
like
as well.
on that, what was it called? Winter something. But anyway, they've made a documentary on all three of them since then.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of music and the paranormal, we had a guest come to Eloise over the summer. My favorite, Alice Cooper came to Eloise because
They-
Eloise named a street after him called Cooper Court.
Alice Cooper Court.
Alice Cooper
Nice.
That's
That is now
weird.
the main
I
road
don't-
going through Eloise.
But now I gotta find
Court. So
Yeah,
he did he didn't do a performance, but he came out and talked. They had a cover band who was awesome called Nightmare.
Yeah.
And they did fabulous Cooper music, all the good old stuff.
now
like
you got
Dead
Joe on a
Like
mission
Cry.
over here.
The what?
You put Joe on a mission.
Yeah, that's all right.
The guy we were talking about that did the Halloween investigation with us, Christopher Kai House. He's been we've been like doing stuff with him lately, and Joe's got a picture of him a recent one.
They look like school photos with that background.
Alice Cooper was in Milwaukee for some event that Chris was at this past weekend.
You mean Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Wayne's World.
We're not worthy.
Right.
Yeah, that's the first thing I would have said if I would have saw him, though. Just
Yeah. We're not worthy.
Yeah. I've met him once, got his autograph. I got close to him again. I've seen him so many times.
It's her man.
That's my man. And it's funny because we know one of the head honchos over at Eloise, and I'm like, so Alice Cooper's coming, huh? You didn't tell me. I had to find out through the news. Which doors are coming in? Does he need someone to bring coffee? Because I'm an Eloise employee that day. I'm like, by the way, which tunnel door is closest to where Alice Cooper is going to be? She's like, the tunnels have been filled in. And I'm like, so you think.
See, that's one guy. If he would have ever, when I drove cab, if he would have ever gotten in my cab, I wouldn't have been able to keep my mouth shut.
Right.
I would have had to ask all kinds of questions,
Mm-hmm.
And I would have had to ask for his autograph. I mean, I grew up on his music.
Me
more
too.
more than some of the other guys that I had in my cab.
Yeah.
I mean, I had two famous guys in my cab once, and I had no clue who they were the whole time
Right.
until I dropped them off. And there's their tour bus painted with their pictures on it.
Yeah.
Oh, so did you guys play any of like Buddy Holly music or anything while you were investigating?
Yes.
Yes.
We do that stuff too. We'll
They
play
played they played Buddy Holly and Richie Valiant and the Big Bopper.
Yeah, they played.
They played one from each one.
No, I think Mikey put together like a.
No, Mikey went to YouTube. No, Mikey went to YouTube and he picked one song from each one, and he played it.
And then
instead of playing a snippet of it, so you wouldn't get in trouble for posting it, he played the whole damn song.
No, the key is just make sure you say, I do not own the rights to this song.
Well,
Trust me, we've learned that.
I haven't even done anything with the Buddy Holly footage yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that because I've had a couple of ideas to make it kind of a tribute thing, but I don't want to get, I mean, the worst thing they're going to do is basically flag it so that it can't be used for monetary use.
Yeah.
So did you get responses?
Get what?
Did you get any good responses?
They were asking like, who's singing this song, and you'd get like a one-word response like Richie or Bopper,
Cool.
or Buddy,
Awesome.
So it was very interesting.
Hmm.
But I was just shocked at. We were out there. It was, what was that? That was a Saturday afternoon. It was kind of hot.
It was warm.
Windy.
It was in July.
Yeah. And I just couldn't believe, and it was a gravel road that you have to drive down to get to this spot in this cornfield. And
all gravels.
How many people were coming and going the whole time we were there?
Oh yeah, there was people coming and going like crazy.
Videos. You'll actually see people coming and going as we're sitting there investigating with all our equipment set up. They're coming, taking their pictures and snapshots, and and then they're walking back all the way up that distance, all the way back up to their cars on the gravel road.
Yeah.
But I was just shocked. It was such a beautiful day out. They decided to visit this site instead of, being at the beach or something.
Or going having a picnic.
Yeah.
I think the most intriguing, honestly, think the most intriguing part though of being there investigating this crash site was the fact that I did capture the sound of a prop airplane on my EVP.
Right.
And I don't, and there isn't one of us that was there that they even recalls seeing one or even hearing one. So I thought it was kind of interesting.
Very much so.
It's like I've heard before, and I kind of adopted the saying. Coincidence takes a hell of a lot of planning.
Right.
Yeah, there is no such thing as coincidence.
Yeah.
There's everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Exactly.
So.
I believe that too.
Celestine prophecy.
Everything happens for a reason, and it all depends on the choices you make and which road.
Kind of, yeah. Your choices determine your path.
That's
damn. Now I'm starting to sound like a proverb.
See, your destiny's already planned out for you. It's just how you get there. It's going to be your choice.
Joe says your destiny is already planned out. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think eventually, somehow along the way, you're going to be destined. No matter what choice you make, you make this choice to do this. Well, that path is going to still lead you to.
I don't know about that. I think I saved a lot of heartache if I'd have listened to the prophecy and didn't go my own way.
Well, see, that's where free will comes in.
Right. And I don't make good choices.
Then you got to learn from those mistakes.
Right. Which now takes me to this destination.
Yeah.
Well,
where's
it? Well, I think there's a reason why we're so chummy, because we're going to get together and collab something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anything's possible.
Well, you want to come to Michigan? We're here.
I was already up in Michigan. What the hell?
Didn't even drive.
You were there for work. I need to go there for personal reasons.
You got a lot of awesome things to investigate.
There's so many things here.
Well, this has nothing to do with investigating.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting though.
My
To
reason
Well,
go
we
up
why
got
there.
the Motown Museum.
my reasons has nothing to do with investigating or tourism.
No. What do you want to do?
Is it because it's legal?
I
Yes,
reasoning.
yes,
And it's
that
cheaper
is
than
the reason.
Illinois, from what I hear.
Oh, and I did,
Oh,
I did.
wait. We have a recall. Some of the pot's tainted. There's a recall.
Yeah,
You got to bring it
whatever.
back. As if there's any.
I saw that. I did see that. But the other thing is,
It's
and,
not
and, I,
organic.
and
There's
I'd really hate to
pesticides
say
in
this.
it.
Yeah.
I really hate to say this, but I haven't been to Michigan since I was a wee little lad. But I still think
He
I
hasn't
feel
been to
safer
Michigan
going to
since he was a
Michigan
stain in his
than
daddy's underwear.
Illinois. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to Illinois so many times in my lifetime, both personally and just when I was driving cab, and I didn't like it at all at any given point.
Now I
You know,
just
I
saw.
never felt safe going there.
I watched. It could be this, Joe. I just watched one of them damn documentaries on Prime. I'm just sucked into all of them. And because I don't watch TV and I put something on the background, then I just start watching it. But it was talking about which part of Illinois? Southern Illinois?
Might be.
It was these, was it 411 hunting or missing 411?
Oh, Miss. It might have been.
There's all these correlations of people just missing. Boop.
John's watched that. Yeah.
Just
Something like that.
disappearing.
Missing.
Yeah. And there's like groups of them and they're all over. Michigan has one.
It's about
Somebody's studying all
a
these.
lot of
and
yeah,
they're
a lot
like,
of like hunters and stuff going on.
Hunters,
in the woods
experienced
and-
outdoorsmen.
Oh yeah, I think I
And
saw
they're just
something like that.
gone. And then their bodies show up days later and they've already trampled through that spot how many times? And all of the autopsy reports are kind of like, I don't know why they died. You
Yeah, they
know,
can't.
like I'm going to assume
mystery.
it was
Big mystery.
hypothermia, but the body's not showing any frostbite or you know what I mean? Like
Right.
just really it's interesting.
I saw
UFOs.
something like that recently.
Hmm.
Like probably like the preview like coming up.
It's on Prime now.
UFOs.
Well, I've got Prime, so
Abductions.
Yeah, I think it's 411 hunting or hunting for I don't know. I don't know. You'll find it if you're looking for it.
Yeah.
I find a lot of weird shit on Prime. A lot of old
I
shit that I haven't seen
know.
in years too. I
So
got burnt out on movies and stuff a long time ago, though.
Right.
I'm thinking. I'm actually thinking here.
Uh-oh.
If we wind up going up there to catch up with you two or you guys, I'm gonna have to brush up on my drinking.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I think
We'll
so.
train you.
You don't want him drinking.
Like riding a bike.
You don't want him
Just
drinking.
don't
He's
throw up on
an
me.
asshole.
God, I hate when people do that.
No, I haven't. I haven't been like sloshed in a long time.
I think the last time I actually saw you have one too many was at the party barn a few.
Yeah, I got a picture. Of,
back.
I got a selfie of that
You got
day.
a selfie from then?
I got a selfie
Really?
from that day.
From
Yeah.
the
You know,
party
it's
barn.
short notice, guys, but if you want a quick crash course, just come to the Mix and Mingle. It's open bar. You don't even have to
don't
pay
drink.
for it.
Yeah.
I don't drink no more.
Joe doesn't drink.
Last time I grew up around a lot of alcohol.
He's a designated driver. There you go.
And I don't drink. And me and alcohol, we don't mix too well.
Don't mix well.
I don't like the taste of beer. My graduation party when I graduated from high school in 1985. The one
That's
thing I
when I
remember, I
graduated.
was up there in my bedroom. My dad's like pulling on my arm. Come on, come back downstairs. Drink like a man. Well, that whole day, I started out my graduation party. We started out, well, we picked up the keg of beer. My stepfather and I picked up the keg of beer. We picked up, I think we picked up my cousin Jeff. We smoked a joint. Then we came back, dropped off the keg, tapped it. Of course, we had to test it too to make sure it was good beer.
Right.
It wasn't flat. So put it on ice. And then we had to go out and pick somebody else up. So my stepfather and I went back out and picked somebody else up. The person we picked up decided to share a joint, smoked that, got back to the house, and then another cousin of mine pulled up, and they had a bottle of, I think it was cold duck. So we had to crack that open. Then, oh, wait, did I remember? I forgot to mention when this all started, I hadn't eaten a thing yet.
Right.
So this started before noon. So I hadn't eaten all day, empty stomach. Okay. So then, I had another cousin that came up, bottle of peppermint schnapps, had to open that, drink that. Then there was a bottle of champagne at some point, had to open that, crack that.
Too much mixing.
And then we drank more beer, smoking a few more joints, and I got the munchies. So it wasn't eating something like the barbecue that was there. I had to eat my favorite treats that my aunt made me, which were like a chocolate covered peanut butter toffee bar.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That
I
really
don't blame
absorbs
you.
the
So
alcohol.
I ate about a half a dozen of those, and the next thing you know, I was upstairs praying to the porcelain god.
Yeah.
That'll
All
do
right.
it.
So if
Ready?
you took our class, we would remedy all of that and teach you. Eat.
Are you ready? You ready for the picture?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Ready?
Ready?
Oh, yeah, I remember that picture. I got that
Oh, you fit right in.
I
Love it.
was sloshed.
Look how happy you are.
Yeah.
You see my antennas?
I do see them. They're glowing with joy.
You see what the shirt says that I was wearing?
Oh,
I
let me put my
can't.
eyes on.
I can't see the shirt.
It's beer
Beer
is
is
good.
good.
Beer is good. God.
Is good. Beer is good.
Yep,
With
beer is
bright
good.
green antennas and a big smile.
That's great.
I love it. We got a couple
Wait
of
till
those.
you see
So
the
we
I
have
burned
mix
them.
and mingle pictures.
Yeah. I don't
Well,
know.
back then I was
hope-
drinking. Back then, though, when we were at that party barn, I had to get poured into the car.
Yeah, because you were drinking tequila. I
Yeah.
was drinking
I was
whiskey.
drinking Jose Cuervo. He was a good friend of mine back then.
Yep.
I can do the whiskey. The tequila? No. Oh.
No, I
can actually drink that.
I can't do aftershock.
I won't be praying to the porcelain god if I stick to tequila.
I got lost in my own bathroom.
I drink. Actually, it's not really whiskey. It's Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah.
I like the Kentucky bourbon.
I like whiskey most of all.
Yeah.
Then I'll do bourbon or tequila.
You got
I
that
don't
run.
do white liquors like
That's
rum
what
and vodka. I'm not a big rum and vodka.
I like rum. I'm not.
What was that, Joe?
Instant asshole, add alcohol, not bounce. Or wait, maybe she means you want to turn into a bouncer.
No.
Well, you did want to start a fight that day. One of those days out at the party barn.
Mean drunk.
No. I
That's
didn't want
not
to
a
start a
mean
fight.
If
I
you
was
were
actually
doing it
defending. I was
tonight-
actually defending you, you jerk.
You didn't have to defend me. The other guy was trying to defend me from you.
Whatever.
It's true, though. It's true.
All right, now you're sounding like that one group phenomenon.
Well, here's what happened. It was one of those my wife's family owned this barn, and they turned it into a party barn, and so they had big family gatherings there. And we were there for one of the family reunions, and Mark got invited along, and so on and so forth. But some of these people didn't know Mark yet, right? Mark comes up, did what he always did when he saw me, started his normal bullshit, of harassing me, of, like saying slut or something, calling me some name. Well, my buddy Jeff, who happens to be like real close to this family that I'm married into, decides that he was going to pick a fight with Mark because Mark started picking on me. And Mark wasn't going to back down, and I had to get in between him and say, look, Mark's harmless, Jeff's harmless, these, but they're too much alike that they were about ready to butt heads.
Yeah.
I would have won.
Both of them thought that the other one was fucking with me. I was in a place
I
where
wasn't
nobody was
worried.
going to fuck with me. That's just it.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried. I would have won.
You're still bringing it on. Back down. Let it go.
But it was just funny. It was one of those funny moments.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's so many
Okay,
things I want to do. Like with Beth and
Barry.
that collective, and they do a camp out. Like, I want to go to that.
That'd be fun.
So I think we should
Camp
go
out.
over the hour.
Yeah.
Then we
Are
can
you
keep
kicking us off
talking if
now?
you want. You can keep
No,
if you want.
hang out for a little bit. Joe's gonna finish it up. I'm gonna excuse myself and go use the restroom.
I figured it.
All right.
So we're not going to be back Friday, but we will be back next Tuesday. We're going to be back with Miranda Young and Dr. Christy Sumner will be with us, and they'll be talking about the Scott County Jail
Ooh,
and their new adventures with that
nice.
project. You guys got anything coming up you want to talk about?
Mix and mingle for Chris Kringle.
Yeah.
December 4th. It should be good.
Next year,
It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
we'll
Everybody
make
around
plans to be
here.
there.
Well, we're kind of like everybody's sister, right? We just, if you meet us, we're settling in and we're
Yeah.
at home. So everybody is
We're
just
like a
so
flea on a dog.
Right. We just,
Hard
make
to get rid of.
and everybody's just starting to talk on Facebook. It's getting closer, and you can almost feel the anticipation. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, "It's going to be the party of the year," and blah blah blah. And it's supposed. It's. I already looked at Janet and said, "Well, this doesn't have to be a thing we do every year." But then I go, "Well, next year." And I'm like, "No, stop."
Those paranormal conference things like this, because you're calling this a paranormal Christmas party, I noticed, which is kind of unique in and of itself.
Right.
But when you go to these paranormal conferences, the people are really cool to hang out with, and yeah, we actually physically went to the one this year that takes place in Milwaukee every year. We're going back.
Yeah,
next year,
I think
but
you
we're gonna
told
be
us
part
about
of
it.
it. We're going to be broadcasting our show live from there next year.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
Awesome.
Well, you'll have to message us when it is. Maybe we can get tickets. We always do the.
Actually, there's no tickets to this. Well, you just register to get the tickets because the Milwaukee Paranormal Conference is a free event.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
To attend.
Cool.
Yeah, we do a Paracon at the old mill in Dundee, Michigan, but it's a fundraiser for the mill.
Right.
But they have a lot of good speakers there.
Yeah.
They got sponsors for this, and they're deciding they made it free this year, and they're going to continue to make it free.
Good.
Nice.
So they
See,
have
everybody dates. We got to start planning a calendar. We want to do all this stuff, but we don't set anything in stone and start turning the wheels. And next thing you know, oh, that thing we wanted to do, it's a week away. Oh, well, I got to work and I got to, we have to,
Yeah.
we need some upfront dates to start doing some things.
Yeah. We got to start doing that this next year around. Well, COVID, I think, messed everybody up.
Oh, it did.
Threw everybody for a loop.
Yeah,
you
it did.
know. It threw everybody's schedule and internal clocks and everything off because you had to sit there and kind of, if you didn't work or weren't an essential employee or something like that, you were basically on lockdown in your own home, hibernating all year round.
Yeah.
So now you got to suffer from hibernation sickness and try to get through it.
Yeah, Michigan's pretty much back to normal, but we do have the highest numbers right now.
Yeah.
So everybody stay safe. Until next time, remember anything's possible. And thank you
Anything.
for coming, ladies.
Always.
Yes, thanks for
Yeah.
joining us.
Always welcome to come back.
Thank you.
And
I'll have to have you on our show again soon.
Thanks, everybody watching.